quickly learned the manual to the private jet. Welcome to GameSoup. We're playing Mekabolt today. We'd like to Grab the Games for providing us with a copy of this game. This game was developed by some PX, and we're GameSoup, and we're playing it today.
So what is it? I know nothing about it. It is a, I think, a puzzle platformer.
It was described as a puzzle platformer, and obviously it has pixel art. So it looks quite charming from the 30 to 60 seconds of the game that we've seen so far.
However, I found it to be light on options. The options were play, music, and SFX.
Yeah.
So like, I had to, play it in full screen. So it's going to look pixely, I think.
The game is not out yet, so we should also mention that.
Right.
This is, I guess it's a beta.
It doesn't have
it doesn't have a release date. I think it says Q3 2019, so it should be out pretty soon.
That's now, because Q4 2019 is next month. Q9, yeah.
Q9 2019 would be like Q1 2021, somewhere in there. Right?
It should be like that. It should be out by then, right?
Yeah.
An array of ultra batteries powers our command center. Wait, where are all the batteries? Without them, the robots will be completely out of control. What would they do without my Mekabolt? Here we go again, another day, another mess to fix. So in our test recording, I found out that the jumping is very short. It is incredibly short. There's like, whether you tap or you hold it, you jump the same height.
Yeah, you get one kind of jump.
Yeah.
You can change your direction mid-air, but you don't. You're only in the air for about 5 frames.
What? What was that?
Oh, there were little stabbies in there. There's little stabbies in the ground. We didn't notice that when we were making our test recording.
Vicious. All right. So there are 100 levels in this game, and they revolve around using the... Look, there's another one.
Oh yeah.
No, there's no way this was there the first time. Did this get harder?
I think you're playing a little more cautiously now that we're recording, but when we weren't, but when we weren't recording, you were just rushing through it, and it was actually correct. Was to just rush through it.
I should have done that.
So keep moving.
A flying runaway robot. I can use that to my advantage. All right.
Yeah, there are a lot of those little stabbies in the ground. There's one right there.
That's like
They're trying to teach you to look out for them.
I guess. I wonder how big a part they actually... Look how fast you fall.
There's a bunch of stabbies in the ground here.
There's no gravity. You like...
Yeah, you pretty much just immediately fall. I like a heavy character. I like to play a heavy character in, for instance, Smash Brothers games. Well, that's a good way to teach you.
We got this. All right, where we want this guy like here. Oh,
Yeah,
you really don't get a lot of time.
Yeah. Yeah, another game that had those little spikies in the ground was Flint Hook.
Yeah, I remember.
And that's what hit you. That's what hit me the most in that game. Actually, we played Flint Hook on this channel, and then maybe a year and a half later, I bought it when it went on sale on PS4. And I still liked it a lot, but the hidden spikes in the ground really they're hard to see in the game.
That's a shame because it's such a cool game, like concept of a game.
Yeah, it was like half the time when I would get hit, it would be because of those, and because I just couldn't see them.
Yeah.
So I found that to be probably the worst design element of the game. So hopefully it's not a major issue in this game. It didn't look like there were any ground spikes in that level. So maybe they were just trying to warn you that they're there. There was one right over there, right below. There was a ground spike right below though. I don't know if you see. Now there's some right here.
So you just have to keep moving, I guess.
You just gotta keep a lookout for them.
Why would you ever stop there?
They kind of shine. They have a little shine animation that goes over them. Well, that was explosive.
I assume we die when we touch this.
Probably.
Yep. Oh, you don't even die. You disappear out of existence entirely.
Yeah, you don't want to mess with those little round rolling fireballs.
Oh.
There you go.
So it turns them around, I guess.
Yeah.
Yep. Nope.
Yeah, your Mekabolt changes the direction of that particular enemy. I guess it has a different effect on each enemy. It's pretty neat. Pew pew pew. So I assume all these puzzle elements are going to come together and make much more difficult puzzles for us as we learn how all the elements of the game work. And then GS will promptly not be able to solve the puzzles. That's what I predict will be happening. Oh. Yeah, probably got to get it over to that right side over there.
Yeah.
You probably got to stop him right there. Can you push him? You can probably push him.
Yeah.
There you go. Just push him right there. And
easy. There we go.
And then he's gonna open up the floor over here, and it's probably gonna be the end. There you go.
Wait, what? Oh, was it down here?
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
And there's a little spike down there.
That's.
I think they're a little bit more noticeable in this than they are in Flint Hook. In Flint Hook, there's a lot more action too. You're generally only, so far at least, you're only paying attention to one thing happening at a time. In this game,
there's also no need for those spikes to be there at all. These here, I understand.
Yeah, it's kind of a pit.
But like in that last level,
yeah, they might be overused. It seems like something that maybe you would add later in the game, add more of them.
Maybe.
You could introduce them early in a place where it makes sense. Like there it didn't need to be. I don't think it needed to be on that step. I think it might be overused in the design of this game.
Like at that point, you've already solved the puzzle of the level. You don't need to be killed at the end.
Yeah, and if you want spike, just make the spikes that are visible, like these spears. If you really want to have spikes, I think having the more visible ones is probably might be better. I don't know.
I wonder what it takes to get published by Gravity Games, because they publish a lot of stuff.
Yeah, they do.
That's something that
A lot
we
of
never
good
thought
stuff.
about. Yeah. I wonder if we should try to go with a publisher at some point.
Yeah, I've thought about it. Like for the last 2 games, I didn't really think about it too much, but our next game is going to be a little bit more substantial. Yeah, it's going to be a little more, a little substantial. That's a good word.
Especially now with all the games that are out now, like having a publisher to actually publicize and market your game, I feel like is more important than ever before. What was the point? Oh, you know what? Aha!
Oh, there you
go. Tricky.
And then there were 2 spikes at the end. It's like in Spelunky, the arrow traps.
Yeah.
You think they're the worst design element in the game when you first start playing it, because they're constantly killing you. But then, after you've played it for a long time, you still think they're probably the worst design element.
They might be. But, yeah, and they're not even always fair.
Yeah,
because
I think the arrow traps probably cause more trouble than anything else in the game. Like most of the time when you die in Spelunky, I would say 90% of the time it's your fault when you die. But once in a while, you just get a really, really bad level generation, and most of the time, in those cases, or at least I don't know, maybe half of the time in those cases, it's an arrow trap, like an arrow trap in a long corridor or something. Like I can imagine it's happened to me a couple times in the black market. In that game.
Yeah, that's a tricky place.
But it has a lot of long corridors, and if there's an arrow trap at the end of the corridor, you're kind of fucked. Because you can't see it in time. But anyway, we should stop talking about Spelunky. We're playing Mekabolt.
Mekabolt. Oh wait.
You're gonna have to wake him up and let him walk towards you.
Oh, you wake him up by shooting
him. Yeah.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
That was good eye. There we go. That wasn't so hard. So we've done like 10 of these so far. They're not that hard.
Yeah, not too hard so far. Yeah, I like this kind of game. When the puzzles get too hard, sometimes I get frustrated, especially if they're really esoteric and weird to figure out. So far, obviously, we haven't, because I think we're still in kind of the tutorial zone of the game. But I used to like the Klonoa games for PlayStation.
Yeah.
And for Game Boy Advance. Those games were fun. The puzzles were like just the right difficulty for me. Some people like a really difficult puzzle platformer or a puzzle game in general. But for me, I like to be able to figure it out in, 5 minutes. I like to be able to feel smart without actually having to be smart.
I've been looking for a good puzzle game recently. I played Baba Is You a little bit. I've never played a harder puzzle game. I don't play a lot of them. But, that's the game where you rewrite the rules of each level.
Oh, yeah.
Where you say, like, instead of Baba Is You, you say Rock Is You, and then you control all the rocks in the level. I just couldn't wrap my head around it. It's like I was not smart enough for that game. There we go. Can you push this guy? No.
I don't think so. I think you just shoot him once and the spears come out.
Yeah, I think so.
And you can't, you can't move him. You just, pretty much when you see him, you shoot him and dodge the spear. It's pretty much, seems to be the case every time.
Speaking of Spelunky, too, it just got delayed to 2020.
Oh, yeah.
Which is a real bummer. I mean, not that it really matters. We're going to play the hell out of it either way.
Yeah, we're going to be playing it quite a bit on this channel, I'm sure. Still say it's probably my favorite game of all time. As annoying as it can be. I haven't played it in a long time, but...
I mean, it's only annoying in the sense that most of the time it's your fault. Like, Enter the Gungeon is annoying when you get hit because you feel bad about it.
Yeah.
At least for me. That's usually how I feel.
Unless you count Magic the Gathering as a game. That might be my favorite game of all time.
I don't count that as a game. No, you should, though. You should.
I've been playing Magic the Gathering Arena. It's pretty fun. I don't know what else to say about it.
It's Hearthstone, right?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's Hearthstone, except that you're playing Magic instead of Hearthstone.
I'm gonna guess we need to shoot this.
Yeah. Pretty precarious there.
So far, this has been incredibly simple.
He turned up.
Oh, okay.
I guess he turned up to face you?
I
guess those things just... Well, you can't get under there.
No, I think I have to go back.
Right, maybe just go back around. Alright.
I assume those will kill me?
They'll probably kill you, yeah. So you gotta wake that guy up. Put him to sleep. Put him to sleep, Ed.
Aha! Alright. This is not too bad. Hey, look over there. He did it.
There you go. These are really fast.
Yeah.
You're blazing through these.
It's certainly fine. I'm enjoying it so far. I have to assume we've done about 20 of these so far, right? Maybe 15 or 20?
Yeah, I didn't see any level numbers. I haven't been paying that close attention, I guess.
Yeah,
Let's see. Let's see if there's level numbers here.
They're on
level.
Oh, that was it. 24.
24. Oh, yeah, there you go. So you've got bullets times 24, so... Or what is it?
Batteries.
Batteries.
They're double
Sorry.
A's. I would like...
So now we're going to the desert area.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe these have different mechanics.
Probably. I wonder if you can touch those cactuses.
Yeah, I guess they look like spikes.
Yeah. Pew, pew, pew. That's one thing you should never do in an LP is whisper.
Okay, clearly you can shoot the spikes or something. You know, I bet that last one was a robot. I bet you can't shoot these, but that last one had like a pink center.
Oh yeah, it's got a little red dot there. Ah, there you go. Okay. Well, that's the only way you can really teach the player how to do that. Well, not the only way, but probably the best way.
Alright, well this is nice. So the lighter color blocks disappear, but the darker ones don't. That's
yeah.
This game has no gravity. Oh, I like that too. They disappear right there, but you're not actually in danger. That's the way to do it.
I'd probably make the difference in tone and color between the disappearing blocks and normal blocks a little bit further apart. Just a little bit.
Like a little stronger.
Yeah, just a little bit more stronger contrast between the two. But I think it's perfectly fine how it is. Might be more of a personal preference.
Oh, come on. So there's no way
in a game like this, like, dying doesn't feel so bad though, because the levels are so short anyway. So I think it's fine to teach the player with dying. Teach the player with dying.
Yeah, in many games, dying is not... I mean, dying is a crucial learning tool. Not
If
something
a player spent... Probably... For instance, if a player spent 5 minutes before their last save, or before the point where they can start over, before the last checkpoint, let's say.
Yeah.
Then... it's really bad to send something like that at the player that just kills them cheaply. But if each level only takes 20 seconds to beat, then you can just kill the player to teach them. There's really no reason not to.
You know what game I never played? Oh my god.
It might actually be even better than trying to teach them in a fair way.
Yeah, I guess so. You don't lose a lot of time.
Yeah, I mean, death is a pretty good teacher. If you survive.
Death be not proud.
All you gotta do is survive death, Ed. What are you doing? Being mortal.
Whoops.
You went a little too fast there.
I'm losing my mind here a little bit. Alright, so...
There you go.
That last
You just
one
got to do it
disappeared.
real fast, man.
Yeah.
Pew!
Okay. I'm looking out for something that's gonna like jump out at us, or whoops!
You shouldn't have shot that. You shouldn't have pressed the shoot button there.
My thumb accidentally tapped.
So I wonder, though, on the topic of how long can you pull the player along and still be allowed to kill them with a cheap death? How many seconds or minutes are you allowed? Are you allowed 2 minutes? 3 minutes? Certainly 5 minutes is not good. 3 minutes is a bit long to make, because the player's gonna have to play that same 3 minutes over again, right?
I can't get in here.
So how long after a checkpoint are you allowed to just cheaply kill the player in order to teach them a lesson? Teach them a lesson.
Teach them a lesson they'll never forget. Okay, so you actually can't get through this hole, believe it or not. Well, you know, Joe, along those lines, if La Mulana is anything to go by, which I think it is, it's one of my favorite games.
Yeah.
The answer is between 1 and 12 minutes. There are points in that game where things will just come out of nowhere and kill you, and that's just how it has to be.
It is.
Yeah.
So I guess it depends on the precedent that you set early on in your game and what type of game it is,
Yeah, that's true.
and who your audience is.
You can't touch that. Can't touch that either. Yeah, that's a game that it doesn't try to hide that fact from
Yeah,
you, you know.
I think it probably teaches you that pretty early on. Actually, I played it early enough
Yeah.
on to know that it is.
You didn't
that
play.
kind of game.
We gotta play it, man. You didn't play nearly enough of
Yeah,
it. It's one of the greatest Metroidvanias
Ed has been
ever.
really shilling
Yeah.
La Mulana to me for the last, I don't know, year and a half or so.
Yeah. In fact, I remember last summer I wanted us to play it. We just never got it.
Yeah. Well, maybe we can do it this time.
Maybe. Yeah, I hope so.
Maybe not on the channel, but
I mean, it's if you go in blind, it's one of those games that could easily take 100 hours, 100 plus. But it's a Metroidvania, so
100-hour Metroidvania?
Yep. I mean,
that's madness.
And the reason is because you'll be locked by it's puzzles. It's
Those
mostly
are just
puzzles.
the flame burners from Super Mario Brothers 3.
They are.
Like the animation style, the movement is very similar.
I'm wondering if this game gets any harder.
And the shape of the flame. It's very distinct.
I should have seen that coming. Can I shoot it from this side? Nope. Oh, the bullets just disappear. Alright. There we
There
go.
you Okay, shoot that, go up, up.
Yeah.
There you go. You got it.
Easy.
So far there hasn't been too much really twitchy, skill-based movement in the game. Skill-based levels in the game, I guess I would say. It's more, yeah, puzzles, which is how it was described, so.
Oh! I know that was my fault, but still. It's gonna be a fun speedrunning game.
Yeah, the tone of that pillar and the tone of that block that you can stand on are exactly the same. I think they should be different because one of them you can stand on, one of them is a platform, and one of them is a background object.
Yeah, you want this to be in the foreground. It looks like you can step on it.
Yeah. You should probably. I'd probably
Damn it!
bring the value closer to
Damn it!
a lighter value. Yeah. For the background objects because the background in this area is light.
What is this? Okay. Should I have seen that coming?
So yeah, if those pillars were a little bit more pastel and light.
Oh no.
But yeah, I mean, a lot of the foreground, a lot of the platforms are also a lighter tone as well. So I guess they're trying to separate them. I don't know. Change the color too. You could change the color, but you don't want to expand your color palette too much either.
Uh-oh.
That's never good.
This game has a pretty limited palette, I would say. So far.
I mean, yeah, this area is almost all just yellow. Yellow and orange. There's a little bit of like purple, pink, I guess, with those mountains in the back.
You can't even touch that. Wait, can you touch it when it's not even active? I think I just got killed. No. Okay, yeah. You do get like...
He gets a little spike head there.
Yeah. You have like a second to maybe touch his head. Alright.
Yeah, so you can probably stand on him for really not very long. I don't think you're even meant to stand on that guy. I think you want to... I don't know what to do here. Because if you shoot him, he falls.
Yeah.
So I guess you gotta shoot him like right as you're rising towards him. This might be the first kind of timing twitch enemy or area in the game.
I mean, you fall so fast in this game, I feel like you you can't even jump over him. Alright.
Yeah, and the fact that the jump has you don't have any control over the height of the jump. It's always just a max jump every time. You don't see that too often.
God, he comes back to life instantly.
Yeah. Yeah, what the fuck?
Alright. Try this again. Alright. What was that?
Mekabolt.
Whoops. I think you gotta go under him. I think that's a trick.
So, this week I went to a restaurant. Me and my wife went to a restaurant.
Oh yeah?
It was a $4 sign restaurant.
$4 sign?
You know, on Google Maps, when
Yeah.
you see the restaurants, and
Pricey.
usually you want to get the ones. Almost every restaurant is a $2 sign restaurant, right? Almost
Yeah.
every single one. You might find a cheap Chinese restaurant that's a $1 sign restaurant. So we were trying to go to a $2 sign restaurant, but the location was weird. It was like in the same building as a hotel, like it was like attached to the same building. But so we were driving around the parking lot trying to find this place, and we couldn't find it.
Damn it.
And there was a building that didn't have a real clear sign, and we but it was a restaurant. It had valet parking. I was like, that's kind of odd for a $2 sign restaurant, but I didn't think too much of it. And we walked in. Also, we were dressed really shabbily. Like we don't dress real fancy, but we were dressed particularly shabbily at that day.
So I can do this. I'm not dumb. I mean, Kitty wants to get up on my lap.
Great. Do you want to get on his lap, Oliver? I mean, Game Soup Cat. He's shaped like a Game Boy. He has trouble moving because of his rectangular body.
I think I should be careful what I wish for. I wondered if the game was going to get any harder.
So yeah, we walked into this restaurant, dressed shabbily, and the guy at the desk. What do they call it? The front of the restaurant?
Concierge, right?
I
or
guess.
The waiter, maybe.
No, not the waiter. What the fuck is it called? It's one of the whatever. He was wearing a bow tie, and then everybody was dressed in suits or very very well dressed. And I turned around and I looked into the restaurant. And you could see a very clear view of the entire restaurant, and everyone was dressed to the 8s or the 9s. And I was like, oh, are they gonna turn us away? This is pretty fancy for a $2 sign restaurant. But they didn't turn us away. They said hello. The guy looked a little surprised that we were there, but he directed us to a table. So I was like, all right. We got the menus. I did see one other guy wearing a T-shirt there, so I didn't feel as bad about it. I mean, I don't feel bad about it, but I didn't feel quite as shabby.
Yeah,
but anyway, we sat down. We started looking at the menu, and that was when I realized it wasn't a $2 sign restaurant. I was looking at these numbers next to the items on the menu, and I was like, these are a little low to be the calorie counts.
No!
They were the dollar amounts. So I looked over to my wife, and I said, on the count of 3, we're going to get up, and we're going to walk out very fast.
No. Was it that bad?
No, we stayed. We stayed. We actually stayed. That was a joke and a lie. It was pretty expensive, but it wasn't so much that we couldn't afford to go there one night.
Yeah.
And
I was gonna say, was it fancy enough that they didn't list the cents after the dollars? Because that's a thing.
There were no cents. No.
There you go. That's fancy. That's how you know it's fancy. Oh, I feel like we're halfway done. We have 48 out of 100 batteries.
We need to get 60
Wait,
batteries. No, you need to go back to the desert. We threw you out here though. Did you beat? You did not beat 24 levels.
I did.
You did. You beat all 24 desert levels.
Oh no.
You have access to the caves now.
Yeah, that's not in order. That's weird. The jungle, the desert, and the caves.
Oh yeah, but you go like around like in a loop, I guess.
Yeah.
In a loop-de-loop.
And you don't even have
swirl,
to do.
a spiral.
Come on. Come on, man.
Yeah, it's falling stalactites.
What? That one doesn't fall.
But it looks exactly the same as the one that falls, but one of them doesn't fall.
Yeah.
It'd be really funny if it fell after like 10 seconds or something.
I'm gonna call BS on that one. If they are gonna fall, they need to look different. There needs to be a sign, and the sign can't be you just.
That one's
walk
gonna
up.
fall. It's not gonna fall.
I wonder if you can shoot them down.
You can shoot that one. Oh.
That's how you do it.
There you go. Well, at least we know how they work now.
I guess the game is simple. I guess the game is simple enough that it doesn't matter, but still.
So yeah, it was the most fanciest restaurant that we've probably ever been to. Food was alright.
Really?
Yeah. It wasn't really any better than the Outback, for instance.
The Outback
Steakhouse.
I thought that one was gonna fall up. That's like a Bashi kind of move, like a Kaizo move.
Yeah.
You love that Outback Steakhouse, man.
It's the best chain restaurant.
Is it?
I think that we've got in the States, yeah. And then
What the hell was that?
it started torrentially downpouring as we were leaving. So got a little wet, but nothing really to complain about. Going out and get the car. I didn't get the valet service. Not that.
You're not that fancy.
But
How dare you?
when we got home,
Yeah?
the basement was flooded, and it was flooded worse than it's ever been flooded before. Do you remember that torrential downpour from? I guess when was this?
Was it Hurricane Sandy?
Wednesday night.
Oh.
Might have been Wednesday night. I think it was Tuesday or Wednesday night. Doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
I went down into the basement and I saw some water, but I didn't realize how deep it was, and I stepped right down onto the bottom floor, and I stepped into water.
Oh no!
It was the entire basement had a couple inches of water, completely flooded. That's the first time that it's happened since we've lived there. We've been there for 7 years. It's always like flooded a little bit, got a lot of puddles in there. But anyway, so because we were out for an hour and a half, it flooded really fast, and we have the cat boxes down there on the floor, and they're made out of paper mache.
What? Why?
Because they're disposable cat boxes. And
that's weird. Has anybody ever told you that?
Yeah, it is weird, but it's just easier. You keep it for a month and then you throw it out and use a new one. They cost like $2. But anyway,
come on, shoot it.
So yeah, I picked up one of the cat boxes and I brought it up to the top of the steps. It was fine. The other one I picked up, immediately the bottom falls out into the water.
Yikes.
So, and I can see the piss just dissipating into the water.
What is that noise?
From the cat box. Something happening. I think it might be a sound effect that's just continuing to go on in the game that was supposed to have gone away by now.
It's the lava.
Maybe it's just the lava? The lava just, when you're near lava, it always makes that sound? It's really loud. It's way over the volume of the music. Well, it went away now. Yeah, when you're near lava, maybe it makes that sound.
That's really awkward.
Yeah, there it is.
Loud sound.
It's not that loud. It's not that loud.
Oh, come on!
Are you serious? You really got to time that well. So now it's getting twitchy. The game get a little bit twitchy at this point. It's not as much of a puzzle platformer as you thought, Ed.
Damn it!
Ed told me, it was Ed's idea to play this one.
You know what?
He told me, he said, Joe, we got to play this Mekabolt. It's a puzzle platformer. And we both really love puzzle platformers. Especially me, I'm Ed. And I decided that we should play this Mekabolt. That's the opposite of what happened. We were looking for stuff to play. And I saw that we had a key for the game in our email. And I copy-pasted it to Ed. And he put it on his Steam account.
Okay.
I came by the studio when we just started recording it now.
Studio.
I had to tell the truth.
Oh, come on. Look at this.
Yeah, that's madness. I think you gotta shoot it as you're jumping. Or you just go under it like that. Yeah, you don't actually have to shoot it.
Yeah.
It's just so used to shooting everything.
There.
That's not gonna fall. No way.
I don't appreciate stalactites that may or may not fall. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I do not appreciate... Wait, where can I land? Nowhere.
I don't appreciate them, Sam. I am. I can't believe I just said that.
Why?
I can't believe I just said that.
I can believe that.
That was one of the corniest. It's.
Oh,
you
they're
gotta
shaking.
go fast. Yeah.
All right.
That's
Oh, hello.
I don't like to quote Dr. Seuss books. They just stop. They just pause for a second when you shoot them. It looks like it. Yeah. They just pause for about 2 seconds when you shoot them. Well, fair enough.
Wait. You can stand on them though.
Yeah. Yeah. So you probably want to shoot them, and I'm sure it's gonna be.
But as long as
right here is where you want to time. You can't touch them on the side.
Right. That makes. I mean, there's nothing to indicate that. You just have to figure it out.
Yeah.
By trial and error. There we go. So now we can just stand them as much as we want.
Yeah. I mean, it's a very common element.
Yeah.
In game design, where if you touch the side of an enemy, or the bottom of an enemy, that you get hurt. Damn it. In a lot of cases, any part of the enemy, if you touch it, you just get hurt. The enemy always takes precedence over you. A lot of games buck that trend. For instance, Dead Cells.
Yeah.
But it's a very, very common trope in games. We don't really particularly like it here on GS, but we tolerate it.
Yeah, it's not my fave.
But I think in a game like this, like those blue ones, I don't think they hurt you if you touch it on the side. If you touch it on the bottom, maybe, because there's fire on the bottom, right? That sort of makes some sense, at least.
Yeah.
So I would let that one go. But these skull guys, maybe they should have spikes on the side or something that indicates that it would hurt you. Like for instance, like an old example, Super Mario Brothers, Spinies, right? You can jump on everything in the game, but the Spinies, they pretty clearly indicate to you that you're not supposed to jump on these guys.
It should be obvious whenever possible.
So if there's an enemy the most obvious way to do it is just to make them spiky. Or make it like maybe electrified. You can come up with other clever ways to do it, but for the most part, just make them spiky. If touching the enemy hurts you, just make it spiky. If touching the enemy doesn't hurt you, well, just leave him how it is and don't let him hurt you. Maybe he can push you, right? That'd be okay. Mm-hmm. Like if this guy pushes you, that's okay. But if he hurts you,
what are you gonna do?
I mean, it's okay as well, but
What are these guys gonna do?
We don't like it as much here on GS. So if you want to please us specifically, then design your game so that when you touch enemies, it doesn't hurt you unless it really looks like that they're gonna hurt you.
Do I need to? Yeah, I do need. Come on.
That's basically just a reset. That's like you're almost always gonna have to do this level 2 times. You can just turn both of those off.
Yeah, I guess I should.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah. There we go.
There you gotta shoot this guy again though. There you go. Perfect. Okay, now trigger the stalactite.
Oh, it's this one. Wait, how did I do this? Oh, you know what? The top guy didn't shoot.
Oh god.
Cool. You might have to leave them on. The bullets might disappear, you know?
Oh yeah. That might be enough if you just let the top one hit it once.
Oh, because maybe there's multiple blocks, yeah. That might be it.
Yeah, you might have just not left it on long enough. I mean, you could try to run it with the guy shooting at you the whole time. Or
We'll try this. This
should work.
Yeah, alright.
Yeah, I've noticed earlier in the game that objects didn't seem to destroy off-screen. Like you'd be able to shoot something that was off-screen. Some games, whenever you shoot, it just, the bullet just destroys off-screen. Took me a long time to say that. Sorry about that really long pause.
Well, you should be sorry. Oh, alright. I do think it's weird that you can't walk into those tile height blocks. You have to like find a way around. You just barely don't fit in them. I don't know.
So yeah, I spent a lot of time cleaning out the basement. It took like, well, several hours one day this week. Had quite a week. Also, well, basically everything that could have gone wrong while trying to clean out the basement happened. I'm not going to really get into too many details. Had to take a trip to Home Depot, pick up a few things. And then, on top of that, we discovered that we have a mouse problem again at our house. We live in the woods, so on occasion, a family of mice will decide to make a nest in our walls. And this year was no exception. We've had many years that were exceptions, but this year was not an exception.
Well said. Whoops.
So, yeah, I had to set out the mouse traps. Caught 3 mice within the span of 24 hours.
Oh no. That's a pretty serious problem.
Two of them in mouse traps. I think the problem's actually gone now. I haven't seen any sign of mice in the last like 3 days. Yeah. So I think it took care of it. I think they skedaddled. Whichever ones were left, I'm pretty sure they skedaddled. That's usually what happens.
I don't think mice skedaddle though, do they?
They do, I think. When they see a dead one, usually if we get one casualty, they're gone. But this time it took 3, and fingers crossed.
I don't think are they smart enough to know?
I think so, yeah. It's anecdotal, but in my experience, yes.
Oh, that's good though. Oh. How dare you? Why did I jump?
So, yeah, we caught 2 of them with a normal mousetrap. It's kind of gross. I don't really like killing animals, but I also don't like having disease-ridden vermin in my house. So that's what we do. And, but one of them, the third one, was caught by a jar of tomato sauce.
Ooh, I didn't know that mice like tomato sauce.
Well, I don't know. I guess this one did. There was an open jar with like a little bit of tomato sauce in the bottom next to the sink, right? And
come on! How dare you?
My wife comes yelling. She's like, Joey, Joe. No one calls me Joey.
Wait.
And she comes yelling at me. I'm like, what? And she's like, look what's in there. So there's it's a baby mouse.
Are you
in the jar?
Aww.
And he is doused in tomato sauce. He's completely covered. He's ready to be he's been marinated in tomato sauce basically. So, I mean, she just wanted to get rid of him. She was like, just get rid of it. Just kill him.
Aww.
But I decided I was going to drive him up to the corner and drop him off in the woods.
That's so thoughtful.
And he did not want to leave that jar.
Oh, no.
he spread his legs out and wouldn't leave. I had to shake him out into the grass. Anyway, so he probably got picked up by a hawk. At least he was marinated in tomato sauce, though, so he had a delicious meal.
You prepped him for the hawk to eat him.
He prepped himself. I don't know how he got in there. He couldn't get out, obviously, but he figured out how to get in.
That was the trap that you set?
I didn't set it. I wasn't trying to catch him in tomato sauce. He just wandered his way into
Did you just leave a jar of tomato sauce out in the open?
Well, it wasn't completely full of tomato sauce. It was like, you know, soaking.
What I'm saying is, like, you had this jar of tomato sauce that was open, just open to the elements that you didn't intend to catch mice with.
Right. But it didn't have much left. There was like a little crust in the bottom, you know?
Oh,
like
so,
enough in the bottom to douse him with tomato sauce.
Oh, I died.
He wasn't like submerged, I would say. I would say there was about 1 millimeter of tomato sauce in the bottom of it.
Oh, that's... Oh, no, 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 no. Wait. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Also, during the cleanup process, I opened the back door of our house, which I never do.
Alright.
It's covered in cobwebs. Try not to use the back door of our house very often. But yeah, during the cleanup process, in order to not track mud all through the house and, you know, shitty water from all over my shoes from the basement all through the house. You get the idea.
I do.
As soon as I open the door, giant spider crawls right in and just hides.
No.
Yeah.
What do you do?
Biggest spider.
I would cry. I would scream and cry.
It lives in our house now. I don't know where it is. But it's very large.
That's time to move out.
Yeah, actually, yeah. This last week has made me want to move out more than anything. But I just printed out the lease. Got another 6-month lease for the place. So we'll see how that pans out.
The command center. This sounds important. I think we're at the last area of the game already. We've been playing for more than that.
16 minutes, no. I think we had another segment. I think we had like 20 minutes before this. Maybe 36 minutes?
Wait, can we
I'm going to say 36 minutes. Leave it in the comments how many minutes we are at this exact moment as I'm speaking.
That's very important. There we go. So these are new mechanics. That's going to kill us.
It's outlined in black. It's a laser that has a black outline. I've never seen such a thing.
Why did I shoot that?
Yeah, you shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
You changed your fate.
I thought it would come. I see.
There you go.
Icy Wiener.
That guy's your friend. Icy Wiener.
Icy Wiener.
And that block guy there. If he wasn't there, you wouldn't have been able to progress in the game. So you better thank your lucky stars
Oh no.
that he was there.
I died again.
How lucky are your stars? So stupid.
Wait. Huh? Oh. There we go. Yeah, I gotta say, I don't know if this game ever evolved past, like, minorly stimulating? Is that a setting? Wait, how do I reset this level?
There's a retry button, thankfully.
There is.
There needs to be. For a game like this, you pretty much need one.
I've never needed one until right now.
Yeah. I think it's good that it's there, though, regardless. Even if there are no soft locks, or hard locks, I guess, in the game, where you can't get out of a situation.
Yeah.
I think it's good still just to have the retry button. I think that's a good design decision in general. In a game like this. Not in every game, but...
Like, this is still really simple. I would be okay if this was still the tutorial. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think they could just keep going with the design elements that they have with this. I don't know if they're planning on expanding the game any more than it is right now, but I feel like we're almost at the end already.
I think we are.
So yeah, vermin. There's a lot of vermin in the woods, and they get into your house when you live in the woods. It's just what happens.
Oh.
Also, I'm pretty sure that my roof is leaking.
Oh no.
I went in the attic, and the floor is a little damp, and there's a big crack in the ceiling now, so I have to call the landlord tomorrow.
You gotta move out, dude.
It's gonna be fun. Yeah.
What?
And our dishwasher keeps breaking. I try to fix it. I'll figure something out, and I'll fix it, and it'll work for like 3 weeks. It's just a cheap Whirlpool. So yeah, we wash dishes by hand half the time, which is all right. It's not the end of the world. It's a nice luxury to have a dishwasher that works, though.
Hey. Oh, the bullets disappear. Oh, I'm screwed again. I don't know if I love these fail states. These are not the right kind of fail states you want to see.
When I went to check out, I had to check out the bathroom while we were at the fancy restaurant. I wanted to see if there was one of those towel guys in there. There wasn't.
There wasn't.
It actually was not a very impressive bathroom.
So it wasn't that fancy. It wasn't cow guy fancy. Wait,
I was a little disappointed.
I'm screwed. I can't get out. Okay, I think I know what you... I think... I get it. I get it.
So yeah, apparently there were two restaurants that were like on opposite sides of each other, I think, in the same building, and we went into the one we didn't intend to go into.
Was it worth it?
No. I mean, I guess it was worth it for the experience. But if I had known we were going to a restaurant like that, I probably wouldn't have worn my, you know, my worst clothes. I mean, I wouldn't have worn a shirt with buttons on it. I still would have worn a t-shirt, but I would have worn a nicer t-shirt.
Yeah. What does this button do?
I don't usually wear... Actually, I never wear clothes with buttons on them.
Never?
Never. I'm at a point, like, I don't need to do it for work. I don't need it to impress. And I mean, if you're impressed by a shirt with buttons on it, then, you know, I really got nothing to say to you.
I don't think it's a matter of being impressed.
You can get a $15 shirt with buttons on it at the Target.
It just looks fancy, that's all.
I mean, I guess... I don't even know if it looks nicer, though. I don't actually think it really even looks nicer. Like, I think a nice t-shirt with a good cut and good quality, like a nice, like a little bit thick, maybe not like woolen thick t-shirt, but a shirt that's nice quality, has a nice cut, the type that covers your ass a little bit.
Yeah.
You don't want, you know, like a Gildan promotional t-shirt or anything.
Gildan. I actually have those. I have those Gildan shirts. Those Gildan. Oh, come on. Come on. There we go.
But, you know, like a nicely designed shirt.
Yeah.
I think to me that's better than a buttoned shirt. I pay extra money for my shirts that I want, because if I like the design and I like the quality. I like to wear a nice quality t-shirt.
Right. Joe's a stand-up guy, you see. He buys not fancy. He buys good shirts. Oh no! Oh.
I would say nice.
Nice.
I would say
shirts.
they're pretty nice.
You know, one time I was in the orchestra.
Yeah.
Actually, it was band. When I was in college, I was in one of the many bands that my college had. And it was the day of the performance, and I realized that I had somehow misplaced my white shirt. You know, we're supposed to wear a white shirt and black pants, right? I didn't have one. I didn't have a shirt. So I went to the nearest... There's like a place, you know, there's like the downtown street, which is where all the fun stuff happens. I went down
Main
to
Street?
Yeah, like a main... I don't think it's called Main Street, but it is Main Street. I went down there, and there was a clothing shop down there. And I went looking for... What I really should have done... Wait, what?
You gotta shoot that blue guy.
I really should have just gone to, like, Walmart or something. But I went down to this, there's like a little clothing place, you know, along the main strip.
Yeah.
And I asked them about their shirts, and it turns out the cheapest shirt they had was $70. And I was going to wear this shirt for one night and then probably never again.
Yeah.
So yeah, that happened.
Yeah, I don't usually go to, I don't know if I've paid $70 for... Have I paid $70 for a shirt before? I don't think so.
You shouldn't.
I don't think so. I think the most I've paid for a shirt is maybe like $45.
Even that is pushing it for like a t-shirt?
Yeah.
Or, okay.
Yeah. I think that's the most you should be paying. Probably. I mean, I guess if you're into streetwear, if you're still into streetwear in 2019, I mean, I guess you could probably pay more.
Why would you, though?
I don't know. I was like kind of into it, but I couldn't afford it, so I don't have any real high-end streetwear clothes. But I don't know. I think I feel like that's kind of over at this point.
Isn't streetwear
over it?
Yeah, isn't streetwear designed to be worn like casually and should not be super expensive? It's to be worn on the street, isn't it?
No.
Isn't that the idea?
No.
Oh. What is the idea?
To have exclusive clothing that no one else, that very few other people have. They're usually limited run. That's what streetwear is?
Yeah. Where the hell's the battery? Here it is.
There it is.
Okay, that's news to me. Oh. Well, as you might have been able to guess, I'm not the fanciest guy.
Yeah, I don't think either of us really is.
No.
I think the only time I really plan on ever wearing a suit again is to a wedding or a funeral, I would say. To your wedding, if you would like me to wear a suit, Ed,
No.
I will do so.
You don't have to, but I feel like
out of respect.
right. No, yeah.
I mean, I'd rather wear a full suit than wear like dress pants and a button shirt like you would wear to work. You know?
Yeah, I guess so.
I'd rather just wear the suit at that point.
I wore a suit to your wedding.
Yeah?
I don't really care if you do to mine or not, because I don't... why was that there?
Good job.
I don't really know what that means. I guess we'll see.
So, what's the date? When's the wedding?
Oh, the wedding? When is the wedding?
Yeah. September. It's September. It's getting married in September.
But the year is the real question here.
Yeah. What year will it be?
It might be a year after I'm dead, actually. There's no way to tell.
Yeah.
Oh.
We're obviously joking at this point.
Yeah.
I don't want to lie to them and if anyone was gonna, congratulate you or be excited for you.
Wait, what did I do wrong here? Clearly I did something wrong. But what was the thing that I did wrong? Oh, okay, I get it. Hot, tricky. Oh yeah, your hair gets caught. That's the problem.
Yeah.
It's your hair. Wait, huh?
I'm not even paying attention. Maybe I should help you figure these out. We haven't had a chance. Oh, you gotta make it shoot that button. That's
Yeah.
all. You just gotta make it shoot that button once. Wait, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Shoot that button.
There we go.
Yeah.
It's
That was
really
it.
not that tricky, I guess.
Yeah, the puzzle's not very difficult, which
No.
is exactly my kind of puzzle. You ever played the Adventures of Lolo?
Yeah, dude, we used to play that a lot.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't think
And we would only ever play like the first maybe 25 levels of the game
because then it got hard.
because then it got real hard.
Yeah.
And if you're a little kid, especially, way too hard. But that's a puzzle, not a platformer. It's a top-down puzzle game that is. Yeah, I think you got to pull this guy out to the right near where you're standing, and then if you press the other green button, it might shut off all the lasers.
I think you're right.
The other idea that I have is that you might just have to press the green button itself
Oh, you think?
by yourself. Nope, the first
No.
solution was correct. That was correct the first time, but just wanted to get it out there in case I was wrong. Make a list of potential solutions there, so I don't look stupid.
This is a mystery. I wonder if you just... Okay, probably just have to do it the other way now. It's not that hard. Even a small child could do it, I think.
So I played I was in a Friday Night Magic tournament recently, this past Friday.
Oh, yeah?
I've been doing most Fridays for the last couple months. I had a 35-minute game. One game,
That's
35 minutes.
that's a long
game
time
of
for
Magic
Magic,
usually
right?
takes like 5-10 minutes.
That's like Hearthstone, almost,
Yeah,
right?
Hearthstone's pretty short. Yeah, Magic's actually a little faster than Hearthstone, I think. Which I realized from playing Magic the Gathering Arena. Like, I'll play usually my games are like 3 or 4 minutes. I'm playing like a tempo deck. It's not a control deck, so my games are going to be a little bit. They're not going to be as long as if I was playing a control deck. But
That was the last level. That explains it.
wow,
Congratulations, the Mecha Park is safe again. No problem, Chief.
Chief, that's
another-
almost like an insult.
The end!
The end. Oh, I guess we beat the game. This is supposed to be a Wild Game Appears episode where we just scratch the surface of a game.
A wild game was caught and added to our Pokedex. So here are our options.
I
Play.
mean, it seemed pretty fun. I mean, Ed was the one playing, but from watching it, it seemed pretty fun. Decently designed. A little, I guess, on the easy side, but that's generally what I actually like in a game like this.
I mean,
Nice graphics, cool, cute music.
All right. I mean, if we're gonna, let's be constructive, right? If you're gonna find a way to kill 30 or 40 minutes, this was not particularly stimulating. It was almost always a matter of, okay, this is how the level is presented. It's very obvious what you have to do. Now you just execute it, which is fine. But
I feel like if they added another 50 levels at this point where because now we understand all the mechanics, where they reuse all the same assets, or the same mechanics, and make it difficult. Mix them all together and make it difficult.
Yeah, I don't think it was... I think the fact that there were 100 levels, like, I don't know if more levels would have done it, but I feel like more complex levels would have done it.
Sure, yeah, that's another way to do it.
I think they had the mechanics. I mean, there was nothing particularly groundbreaking, but they had the mechanics. They could have taken the opportunity and combined them in much more complex ways than they did. It kind of felt like it was always building to something that just never appeared. Did we did all the levels, right? I mean,
I think so, yeah.
we have 96 batteries? Weren't there more batteries than that?
I thought it was supposed to be 100, but maybe there's 96.
It said there were 100 levels.
Maybe they rounded up.
Wait.
we rounded up for Game Soup. No, I'm just kidding.
No,
we
we
said the exact number. It was 46.
We did. I wonder if that came back to haunt us. I really wanted to say 50, but we never got around to...
Yeah, I wish we had made... Well, yeah, that...
No, you don't.
No, I don't, because it would have taken us an extra month to release the game. But if we had made... It would just be nice to have 50 mini-games.
Yeah.
But here we are.
I mean...
We got to work on our next game a little bit faster. Boy, is this game going slowly.
But it's going, which is the important thing.
Yeah, it's moving.
So
it's moving
Mekabolt.
along.
So Mekabolt, as it turned out, is just the name for the gun. The gun that shoots bullets.
Yeah.
Like with any other gun.
Yeah,
So
but it affects robots in certain ways.
Much like guns. As in disabling them and destroying them.
Sometimes.
Mekabolt, huh?
Sometimes that can happen.
Yeah. I actually don't know what the retail price for this game is going to be.
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't expect more than maybe $5.
I'd be surprised if it was $5.
Yeah,
honestly.
I think if 5 is probably a fair price, but you could probably go lower. I probably wouldn't go more than 5 though. And you probably, if you go more than 5 especially, you're going to get returns. I looked at our numbers for, can we reveal this? I will reveal it. 8%, we'll just say the percentage.
Yeah.
8% of copies of Game Soup were returned.
And that's a $3 game. People
Yeah.
really wanted their $3
People were
much more
willing
than Game
to go
Soup.
through the return process on Steam to get their $3 back from Game Soup. And actually, a lot of them purchased it on sale. It's been on sale for as low as $2.39. So they gotta be really poor.
Well, no, it's not. I mean, imagine the person that plays through this as we have in less than an hour.
Yeah.
And decides, I want my $5 back.
Yeah, I think the thing is, I think if you've played through the game, and it took you an hour, 2 hours, and the game only cost $2 or $3, I think you should. If you had fun, I don't think you should ask for your money back. I think just out of principle.
Yeah,
out of respect, not even to the developer, but for yourself.
Okay.
You'll look better in your own eyes if you value your own time and your own fun.
Yeah,
More
that's
than
true.
taking the time to return a game. It's. I mean, without being a. No, I'm gonna be a jerk. It's kind of scummy to do, to return a game in that way. If you've had fun with it and played through the whole thing,
I guess.
and you only spent $2 to $3 on it,
Well, it's scummy if you're doing it looking to not pay for it.
it makes you look worse in your own eyes.
I don't know.
I think it would to me if I did something like that. I think
don't
I've
know.
returned one game on Steam because it was buggy.
This is a discussion for a different time. This is a broad topic.
Yeah, I'm having fun though.
Yeah,
Let's keep talking about it. No, we should probably end the episode
Yeah.
because we've exhausted content on this title.
I'm kind of. Why isn't this game out on Steam yet? I have to wonder. It's clearly done.
It seems like it's pretty much done. Yeah.
I would like some options. I would like to be able to change the screen without having to Alt plus Enter to full screen.
Yeah. There weren't any options to change the screen size, so we had to manually full screen it here. But at least it worked, and at least the recording is working.
I wonder if this game is meant for either mobile platforms or like consoles or something. Because like it controls pretty simply. It does require some Twitch input, but like it's so bare bones.
Yeah, I could see it being on mobile and like PlayStation, Switch maybe. So it might be. I don't know. I didn't do too much research on the game. We got the key. We looked at who developed it. We looked at who published it. It was Grab the Games.
It's published by Grab the Games.
Thanks
yeah.
again to Grab the Games for providing us with a copy of this title. And yeah, that's pretty much all the information we looked at. You've seen the whole game now. So thanks for watching Game Soup. I've been Nick. And I have been Nick.